Well, it's been a long time since I've talked to y'all, and guess it's time for a review. This is a review, and this is for Batman Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth. And yeah, so I'll review this, and I'll give you details on how this came to happen. And it took like 2 years for this fucking project to get done. So I'll let you guys know a little bit about that, but also review it. So let's start with the review. And so the comic starts off with Arkham and his mother, and this is very Arkham based. Like, the whole premise of this comic basically is how Arkham is just a fucked up place, how it's a fucked up institution, and it's been that way since its inception basically, and how things have gone awfully wrong before Batman, before all these other criminals came into the picture. Starts off with the inmates have taken over the asylum and Batman has to come and get them. Similar to the game, difference between this and the game is that they didn't put as much emphasis on Arkham being a fucked up place. They showed the structure and the environment. I know there's a review on it. I'm just going to talk about the game a little bit because it's kind of based off the game, but it's also kind of not, because it's really more so just about the criminals in the asylum for the game. And, with Joker going crazy and all that. But in this comic, it focuses on the asylum, the place itself, not really the criminals. Now, you'll get a lot of the criminals in this. Like, you'll get them throughout this comic, but that's not the focus of it. The focus is the asylum. So Batman makes it to the asylum, and Joker, as per their deal, releases the hostages and the people. And Batman still has to round up all these inmates together. They go into the asylum, and there's still 2 people left. These are the people who try to treat the inmates and try to fix them, basically. Fix their crazy ass. So they decide to stay behind and to try to work this out with them. I didn't understand it from their perspective. I don't really understand why they wouldn't just take the free leave to just get the fuck out of there, but they didn't do that. I would have got the fuck out of there. If it was me personally, I'd have got out of there. But anyway, they stay behind, and Batman now has to take down all these other inmates. Joker says he'll give him an hour to go and round up the other inmates in the asylum before they all just go after him, and I guess just try to gang up and take down Batman. The crazy thing is, for Dr. Ruth Adams, like, her methods was kind of working and kind of not. Like, I guess it was fixing Two-Face from being violent, but he couldn't even operate. So I guess it's like, do we do what she wants where they can't even function and go into society really, but they're less violent, so they're able to tone down their violence? I don't know, that's just a question, I guess. As the comic progresses, you see Arkham's life and his background and how he was trying to as well treat patients. So it's kind of like the people who try to treat them, they also go mad, and you see his slow descent into madness. To be fair, there was some fucked up shit that was happening into Arkham. Like, he was trying to cure this killer, the serial killer, and he was fucking crazy. He tries to cure him, and he winds up killing his family, and that just drives him crazy. Eventually, he does kill that person who does kill his family. So, yeah, he was going through some shit as well, but I guess that's the point. And then, eventually, the asylum drives him crazy, and he just loses it, and he eventually passes away. Just giving you a little short notes for the rundown for Arkham, but that happens throughout the whole comic. It is really based on him, because there's a lot of him talking throughout this. I'm just giving you the small rundown. Like I said, full stories on the profile if you want to look at it. Batman makes his way through the asylum, and he goes and fights off these other different criminals throughout the way. You get Mad Hatter, you get Killer Croc, you get Scarecrow, and you just see him fight and make his way through the asylum. And he is even notating, like, the asylum is doing something to him. It's doing something to everyone. It's not just the inmates in it. I mean, the inmates were fucked up before they got there, but it's like making things worse. Which is something the game, like I said, did not do. The game really wasn't like that. It was just the villains have taken over the asylum, but the comic, it focuses on this asylum, this place. It's crazy. After taking down some things in the asylum and destroying some things, he says, "You're all free now," which I guess is saying that the madness or that part is over. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I got from it. And the Joker is basically like, all right, well, we can still kill this dude now, but Batman's like, have Two-Face flip for it, and Joker's crazy ass, of course he's gonna go for something like that. He flips, and it actually was the side to kill him, and he didn't do it. That's just crazy. Like, so I guess I don't know what happened really with Two-Face here. Like, is he cured? I don't know. I guess that's just open-ended, but they let him go, and then they all go back to their cells, and that's it. That's the end of the comic. This is a good comic, but it's a little hard to read and go through with how the panels are listed. The art's a little unique too. I'm not big on the art really for this comic, but it's a good comic. It's a good read. I recommend it. Just if you like Batman villains in particular, I would say to read this. It's just, like I said, the panels was a little hard, but you guys voted on this. This was something that you guys wanted to do, so I did eventually get it done after like 2 years damn near. But I did do it. Like I said, they eventually all get done, but it might take a while. 2 years. Or close to it, at least. Good comic, good story. It's just like I said, I wish the panels could have been done a little better, and the art. It's just not my taste for the art, but the panels, I also wish it was just easier to read and to get through. Just my opinion on that. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10. That's about right. About 8 or 10. So, yeah, good comic. For a little thing, like the person who did Arkham, I thought did great. For like, as a narrator, I didn't think I was gonna get a good person, like as good of a person, I should say, to do the narration for Arkham and go through his story. I felt like that really was the selling point of this, is that he was able to do that. And of course, everyone else did good. I'm just saying he had to really pull it through because he had a lot of shit. There's a lot of dialogue for Arkham in this comic. And of course, everyone else, like I said, did great. Russian Comic Book Geek, he did the audio. I do not know if I should have been like, yeah, go ahead and put that on your page. I don't know. I don't know if I should have did that. I don't know if I should have been like, yeah, go ahead. I'm just like, because I was like, yeah, his channel is bigger, but at least the art, the voice actors, they get a lot more recognition unless it does blow up on mine. I hope you all check it out, or check it out, both of us. But yeah, that's all I really got to say here. I hope to be working on more stuff soon, and yeah, that's really it for the comic. I just wanted to give a short review on it. You can check it out here, see it about. Y'all have a good one. Peace.